Hey guys, it's me Jack here, and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today I am starting off the reviews for this year. Today's review is obviously the Exosuit. This set is a very nice set that came out last year, but never got around to reviewing it, and I was going to push the review off a bit further until after I had built and reviewed all of the new Star Wars 2015 sets. But they are yet to arrive at my house, so I thought to keep you guys interested, I'd review this one first, while I'm waiting for the sets to arrive. Last time I checked, they hadn't even been dispatched, even though I ordered them almost 5 days ago, and it said that they should take 5 days to arrive, so Lego a bit behind there, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get onto this video. Today I have the Exosuit, as I said, which is set number 21109 for ages 12 plus and has 321 pieces. And this is obviously a Lego Ideas set that was designed by a guy called Peter Reed, who I met, and he's a really nice guy. And also some Lego designers did work on it to take it from Peter's original design to this design. Yes, so let's move on to the minifigures and then the set itself. Okay guys, so these are the minifigures for this set. It comes with 2 minifigures, which are pretty simple minifigures, but they're pretty nice because they're kind of brought back from the old days, I guess you could say. They are made in the 80s space theme, like Benny from the Lego movie, for those of you that have seen that. These minifigures are quite cleverly named. This one is female, and she's called Eve, and the male minifigure is called Pete. Obviously, Peter Reed designed the Exosuit. Sorry for my voice there, guys. And apparently Eve is the name of his wife. Yep. So I think I met both of them at a Lego show here in the UK. I definitely met Peter, and he signed the book that I showed you earlier. And I'm pretty sure I met his wife, but I am not 100% sure. Yes, so very simple printing. The torsos are the exact same. The only thing that changes with these figures is Eve. You can give either of them a walkie-talkie, but the box shows Eve with the walkie-talkie and Pete in the Exosuit. So yeah, walkie-talkie and just the planet and spaceship with a red line on her torso there. And then if I turn it around to the back, you'll just see the oxygen tanks there for when they are on missions in deep space. So that is it for this minifigure. Let's go and move on to Pete. Okay guys, so this is Pete, and again, a very simple minifigure. Nothing much changes. Obviously he doesn't have a walkie-talkie, and his face is a male's face, and he looks pretty angry. Same torso, got the oxygen tank on the back of this figure as well. Something that I didn't mention with Eve is that both of these figures do have the clear visor attached to their green helmets. And yes, so a simple minifigure. Not much to say different about him. I'd just be repeating myself from Eve, so yep, that is it for this figure, guys. I will now move on to showing you the smaller builds, like the turtle, and then I'll move on to the Exosuit itself. Okay guys, so here we have the 2 smaller builds that come with this set. The Space Turtle, it has a proper name, but I cannot recall what that name is. And you also have these barrels on kind of a platform thing. Yeah, so very simple builds. I'll start with the barrels. These barrels are obviously detachable from the base plate, as it is Lego, so of course it's detachable. Yeah, these barrels can fit into the hands of the Exosuit because the fingers are movable in pretty much any position you want to put them in. So yeah, they're pretty nice. They fit nicely into the hand, and if you're going to play with this set, personally I'm not going to do that with mine. I'm going to display it very nicely on a shelf. But if you are going to play with this, you can make the Exosuit throw the barrel. Not a huge distance, obviously. But it is possible to throw it, and then you just have these trans green studs around. Because there is a story Peter Reed and I guess his friend, who is called Tim Goddard, wrote a book called Lego Space. And I actually have it behind me. You won't be able to see much of it in the camera shot, but I do have it. So here is the book, the Lego Space. It's a pretty big book, and it's really nice. And there's actually a story they wrote where their original design for the exosuit is used. And they infiltrate a space station where the power was like spare. The enemy put computer codes that were very hard to crack, and they basically only had emergency power, and then they got attacked by these evil robotic worms. So yeah. But yeah, so these could represent the emergency power lights, although in the book they are orange, but you know. Yeah, so that's it for the barrels. Then we have the space turtle. They do name it somewhere in the book, but they show you how to build different versions of it. But it would take me a while to find, and obviously shooting this video, don't really want to do that. Yeah, so it just has minifigure heads for like the legs, and then chrome silver studs for the feet. Kind of like a tail thing here. These things are cannons or blaster guns on the top of its shell, and they are movable. The head is made with the red studs, and the top of the head is made with the piece that usually goes on the bottom of speeders or ships and things to make them glide along your floor if you were to play with them. But yes, so that's a nice way of using that piece. And then of course there is another one on the bottom of the shell. And yes, so they are pretty nice. And that is pretty much it for the small builds. So let's go and move on to the exosuit itself. So guys, those were the two smaller builds. Here we have the actual exosuit, the main part of this set. And although it's a pretty small set with only like 321 pieces, it actually took quite a long time to build. Like, for a set with that many pieces, this took a lot longer than I thought it was going to build. And that is purely because of all the little parts it has. Like, the biggest part this set has is the barrel piece in the forearm. And that's only like a 2x2x2 brick that's been modified a bit to look like a barrel. So, yeah, a lot of small pieces and intricate building work. But that is what allows the exosuit to move so much. I mean, as I said in the bit about the barrels, the exosuit can grab that barrel because the hands move around and stuff. So yeah, the hands move all the way around. You can move the fingers. Obviously the minifigure would go and sit in there. This opens. And then you can pretty much put the exosuit in any position you want to. But I'm not going to do that because it would take me quite a while to get it standing up again in this position. Because it is kind of fiddly. One thing I do have to say is not so great about this set is these, like, shoulder armor, I guess. Yeah, they kind of fall off a lot if you move the arms around too much. If you put the arms in certain positions that look cool, the shoulder pads, they don't really function well and they kind of fall off. Yeah. It also has some very nice details with the trans yellow bricks in the feet and around the, I guess you could call it cockpit, where Pete could sit. Well, that's Eve, but you know, Pete or Eve could sit there. Yeah, this set has some amazing details, like the space pistol attached to a binocular piece up there, adds a nice touch. Now, an interesting fact about this set that some people do not know is that LEGO changed it quite a lot from Pete's original design. They made it quite a lot taller and they included a lot more pieces. It does overall make the set look a lot better, but it kind of does make it slightly unstable because there is a lot more pieces at the top, and the feet are still pretty much the same design. So yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this set. It's quite small, although very cool, and a set that you kinda need to have for your collection. It is pretty amazing, and the detail is just incredible. So many small pieces were used, and a really nice set. So let's go ahead and conclude this video. Okay guys, so that was the review for this set. It is a very nice set, and as I said at the start of the video, it did come out last year, and I have taken my time getting around to review this. My excuse for that would be that I didn't really have the good camera equipment that I have now, the lights or my actual camera, back when I first got it, which was a couple of weeks after the release, because as quite a lot of you will know, it sold out pretty much everywhere the first night it was released, and then it took a couple of weeks for LEGO to get them back in. Then I got mine, so yeah, never got around to reviewing it till now. It's a review I've been wanting to do for a long time because of that. It's a very interesting review to do. Sorry for that noise, my minifigure stand just broke. But yeah, so it's a very nice review to do because this is a pretty nice set. With a lot of good play features, mainly the exosuit being able to move as much as it does, and also the space turtle, which I don't know the official name for. It has some proper name that I cannot remember. But yeah, so that is it for this video, guys. I do recommend this set to anyone that doesn't have it. It is very nice. And yeah, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.